Hi, everyone. I hope everyone's going well. Catherine Stubbs, Kristen from Uncovering the News. Hi. I just got a lovely email. More artists pull their music from Spotify. Yeah, I think they will, actually. I think that whatever is going on there, they're going to have to address it. Why the artists are pulling their music and stuff. They're going to have to address that. Hi, Kathy W. Hi, Judy Malley. Hi, Susan Rotella. I haven't seen your name before. Welcome. Thank you. Hi, Annie. Oh, interesting. So, Boris Johnson says he's going to speak to Putin. Well, let's have a look at that. We'll have a look at that. Oh, the Trump rally. Are there a lot of people there? Marjorie Taylor Greene copped a blast from a phone-in show back in from her constituents, letting her know that they were not happy with what she's doing and she's not doing her job and all sorts of things. It was absolutely hilarious to watch. Madison Cawthorn is being sued by some of his own constituents, taking him to court to say that he should not be allowed to serve because he took part in the rally. I wonder if that'll happen with Mo Brooks as well. He should not be allowed to serve. And he talked of civil war. That is could be called inciting sedition. Hi, Renee Rogers. Thank you for your lovely email. I'm honoured that you feel that I do provide a safe space. And, yeah, thank you so much. It meant a lot to me to get feedback like that. Hi, Beverly S. It's lovely. Brog Sage. Hi, Christine Thomas. Hi, Ollie Ann. Hi, 171 sign in. Yeah, I was delayed a bit Thursday morning, and so I thought, I'll schedule my live for 10, and then we had a blackout. And yeah, so I thought about coming on earlier, but I thought, no, I'll just leave it till Sunday. I took a couple of extra days. Oh, yeah. Yes, Biden's choice. I've got some questions about that. The affirmative action case. The fake electors are being investigated by the DOJ, and they've also been subpoenaed. Arizona Democrats was in New York talking to donors. about not donating to Christian cinemas. Okay. And you know she faced censor. Gabriel county recorders. Oh, I was talking to county. I was watching a county recorder, Gabriel Cazares Kelly, and will she challenge cinema for primary? She, the first Native American woman to be appointed to the county recorder seat in Pima County, and I was really impressed with her. Oh, whoa. Mm. Texas Governor Abbott under fire from GOP and Gens for botched National Guard deployment. I don't know much about that National Guard deployment, but it's interesting that, you know. So that is interesting. Okay. You've been lurking everywhere, have you? And speaking of lurking, hello to my lovely lurkers. I love that you watch me, and I know that you don't all hop on and hop on the chat, but I really appreciate that you lurk. And also hello to everyone who chooses to click on one of my videos and watch them. Thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it. Thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed and you like what I'm doing, just subscribe. Yeah. I got as I mentioned before, Renee Rogers sent me a lovely email saying thank you, thanking me for providing a safe place. That really touched my heart, and I feel it's very, very important that people do have a safe place. Whitby wants, babe, Whitby wants some attention. And and I think it's really important that someone who's in a position to get Whitby wants attention, sweetie. He's doing his little yeah. And it's really, really important. It's fine, but you can turn the light on if you like. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yes, it's fine. Hi, Sophie. He wants attention. That's his I want attention part. Bark.
What was it? The yelping?
Yeah, the yelping.
Oh.
So, you know, you may have noticed. No, she won't. Oh, Ruben Gallego. He's the guy who went to New York, Gallego. So I do feel that that young woman who's currently the county recorder, I do feel that she is going to have a future, a bigger future. I was so impressed with her. But Gallego, yeah. Well, Gallego went, yeah. So what was I talking about? Oh, you know, last weekend I had a bit of a brain fart and went off into the realms of dirty giddies, and Geek said some, which not for broadcasting, but very funny. But I had a bit of a brain fart, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, you know, just felt that something I'd got, you know, something wasn't quite right. So I spoke to a counsellor and about it, and you know, I just think it's really important. That I think I was going through a little bit of, I'd been to open up. I have been suffering from anxiety, panic attacks, and some depression, and it can be hard. There are some days that are harder than others, and some days where things just fall apart a little bit. So yeah, it fell apart a little bit last week, but the thing is that not everyone is in the fortunate position that I am in having counselling offered to me for nothing. Counselling can be very, very expensive. But there are a lot of places, I'm sure, that can provide you with at least some resources. So if you're on my Facebook, and my Facebook is Chrissy at Footprint, I'll just type that. Okay.
See?
Okay. So that's my Facebook. Hi, Miss Annie. It's lovely to welcome you. If you know, if anyone has, yeah, no, it's okay.
You're okay?
Yeah.
All right.
If any one of you have some insight or know of some service that offers help to people who are going through a bit of a tough time, even if it's something as simple as a talk line or something like that, please feel free, if you're on my Facebook page, to go and add it there. Also, if you want a reading, you can go to my Facebook page and you can send me a message there, or you can also use, so you can send me a message on my Facebook page. You don't have to, if you don't want to join as a friend, you don't have to, but you can send messages. You can go to the Facebook page and you can send a message, or you can email me, okay? So please feel free. Hi, Dozen Cats for me. I've subscribed to your channel, my darling, but I haven't had a chance to watch. I started watching something and then got pulled off watching it to deal with something else, and I never got back. So, but from what I've seen, the little bit I've seen, it's great, and I love your logo. So if you want, you can go to my Facebook page and you can post it there, or you can put, somebody was saying that they tried to put a comment about a service on my comments on YouTube, and they found that they couldn't. Have a go anyway. I might pin a post to the top of my community page where you can go and put those things. But I'll let you know more about that on Saturday. But, you know, not everyone is in the fortunate position that I am in, having access to counselling. But yeah, but I thought it was a pretty good thing just to talk and say that you're not alone. Anxiety, we live in a time that the whole world's been in upheaval for 2 years, over 2 years with this, or 2 years with this virus. And even before that, dealing with a person in office who was determined to destabilise not only his own country but others, and being cheered on from the wings by another nasty being. You know, it's not surprising that people have felt anxious, that people have felt unsettled, that some people might even succumb to panic attacks, and at times get depressed. So that's my public service announcement thing. Just, you know, so please feel free, even here, if you want to put a comment, you can. Okay? And, you know, and look after yourself. I did an oracle card reading on myself yesterday to help with, I was feeling a little bit anxious, so I used the cards. Hi, Ewart. So it is book banning. And don't feel that you're alone, and don't feel that you can't talk to anybody because they might think you're just being silly, or you're just being a Chicken Little or something, you know. Yeah. So that's why Dozen Cats for me started her channel. I'm going to email you, my darling. I think maybe we could do a little bit of a collab together. Okay, so yeah, so we'll sort on that. Okay, so let's get a move on into things. The book banning, yes, it's absolutely ridiculous that books such as New Kid was banned in one place in Texas, and Mouse, which is such an important or seminal piece of work. It really is. And such an incredible learning tool. To be banned by people who don't want to know. Hi, Geek. Loved your dirty ditties. Hubby loved them too. Yeah. So let's get into it. I just thought I'd you know, have a little bit of a chat about it. You don't have to feel alone, and you don't have to, and that there is a community out there who, if they know of some services that you can access, yeah, you're more than welcome to, or if you know of some and you're not on my page, you can email me some links and I'll put them on my Facebook and stuff as well. Okay. Yeah. So let's get stuck into it. There's so much to look at. Let's look at the next week. The 30th to, is it the 5th? Yeah, 30th to the 5th. Hi, Travels. Oh, yes. Geek. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Geek sent me an email and he sent me a picture of everything and asked that I thank you all. Thank you. And let you know how much he appreciated it. I was going to do that Thursday, but the blackout meant I couldn't do it. So he sent me a photo, and to all of you guys who helped him, thank you. And this is what it means to be part of such a wonderful community. I could not do, help in financially, but I'm more than happy to help get word out if someone needs a hand, even if it's just someone to talk to. And I thought that I'd talk a little bit about my own experience, just a wee bit. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Sophie. I just thought I'd talk a little bit about my own experience battling with anxiety and panic attacks and some depression at times. And that it can have a spin-off effect to other things as well. So you're not alone. And it's not silly to feel anxious. Don't let anyone tell you that it's stupid that you're feeling anxious because, you've got this and you've got that, everything's fine, you've got, it's not. Don't let anyone tell you that your feelings aren't valid because they are. 50,000 people. No, that's not 50,000 people. Okay, let's have a look at the US in the next week and then we'll go around the globe. Start with the US today. USA this week, guides of the highest truth and compassion, please help me find clarity, insight and objectivity into what is in store for the United States in the next week. Lots of cold, more of the cold weather. And a bit of this came out reversed, overindulgence. Sunday, just like a huge big hangover on Sunday. Hi Linda, it's lovely to see you. I hope you're going well. Yeah. Hi Melissa Miller. Yeah, I love Bo. I haven't watched any of his in ages, but he's so good. Oh yeah, look, the thing is, Ann W, is by talking to someone, acknowledging it, by getting help, I am taking care of myself. So yeah. But I thought it might not hurt just to talk and to say that, let people know that, I know I come across as very confident and all that, and I am. I love doing what I do, and I'm very sure in what I do, but it can affect anyone. Okay, so don't, yeah. Hi, Renee, right. Okay, so it's like a huge hangover. Like, oh my God, I'm not ever going to do that again. What were we thinking? What was I thinking? Drinking a 25-ounce of bourbon with a whole carton of small cans of Coke. and not being able to get off the floor because you're so sick. And yeah, that was me many, many, many moons ago when I was working out on cattle station. So it's like, what was I thinking? So there seems to be a bit of a feeling of that in the US. Knight of Cups on Monday. Pouncing up with an offer. And a feeling of disbelief. You know, if it's too good to be true, it probably isn't true. You know what I mean? Like a feeling of skepticism, I guess, is what I'm getting there. Getting a bit of a turning. As more and more is coming out, there's parts of America that are starting to think, I'm never going to do that again. What was I thinking? And skepticism. It's like, oh, we've bought into it for so long, but there's nothing new. Okay. Tuesday, the Empress. I get the feeling of, it's like, a feeling of expectancy coming into America on Tuesday with the Empress. Expectancy. She's got a butterfly here, which is a symbol of change. But there's, you know, fertile ground. She's also so calm. So calm. Hi, Ewart. Wednesday, the King of Swords. I do think that midweek, that I do feel this is the 1/6 committee. And I'm wondering if Tuesday, like with the calm Empress, the steady gaze, the feeling of possibility, is a calm before a storm. Like the hammer dropping with some things. I just think the GHA might be moving forward with some things on Wednesday. I'm not sure what, but, you know. Thursday, we've got the Three of Swords. Now, it can be a feeling of betrayal, heartbreak, anger, that, or it could be it's time to let go of a couple of things and move on. I don't think we're at that stage. I do feel like there's going to be a bit of a feeling of real betrayal around the US. I do feel like the 1/6 committee is going to be quite in the news this week, or the DOJ. Friday restrictions. I'm actually getting that this is pretty much what it says. You've had a huge winter storm. I don't know what your weather predictions are for this week, whether there's more coming or something. Apparently you can see the storm from like outer space, from the space station and stuff, and it's coming up, of course, on satellites and things. But I do feel like there's a lot of things shutting down, and I am so glad, I have to say it, that yes, there were some injuries, but so far we've heard of no deaths from that bridge collapse in Pennsylvania. Yeah. Saturday, an emperor, but he's been knocked off his perch. There shouldn't be reversals in this deck, but there are a couple. So I do feel like this might be, is this Trump? Let's have a look. Oh, an emperor being knocked off his perch, loss, crying over spilt milk, basically, not wanting to face up to things, just refusing to move on. So I think that could be Trump hitting the news big time. What is Wednesday? Is this the 1/6 committee or DOJ? Let's see. Review consequences with the prosecutor. Consequences. With the 7 of Pentacles here. What is this betrayal? Is this more on Trump? Yes. So the 3 of Swords, I said, what is this betrayal? Is it more on Trump? And here he is. Yeah. You know, this could be what? You know, you were saying if Trump doesn't have justice laid upon him, the US will have a huge rise in cynicism of justice. And I do feel that maybe this is starting to come through a little bit, and it might be the basis of moving forward with some things. Yeah, so once again from Geek, thank you to everybody who helped him out with getting his insulin supply in. And yeah. So we'll come down to Australia over the next week. Hi, Bonnie Russell. Australia today, momentum, a feeling of victory. I do feel that this is Australia cheering. Our lovely Ash Barty won the Australian Open. She's the first Australian woman in 40 years to win it. And everybody, and also the two Greek lads, Kyriakis and Kokkinakis, which they've had nothing left for when they get together. They're, but they won the doubles as well. So there's a real feeling of victory and a real feeling of we can do anything sort of in Australia at the moment. And it's nice. I mean, I like the tennis. I used to play tennis for my school and at school. And I like watching it, but I don't get the chance very often. So, yes, I'm doing this week for Australia. So we've got this real, and then earlier in the week, Dylan Alcott announced he was retiring after he won his. So it's like we're very, very victorious week, victorious time for the Aussies at the moment. And it's just the effect of things like that. I think people sometimes underestimate how it can lift a country, or how it can lift people in a country to see people who represent not just themselves but their country as well do well. And it's really, really, really good, and it does make you feel good. Monday, there's a little bit of out in the cold here with the Five of Pentacles. So maybe a bit of a return to feeling like we've been let down a little bit with things like rat tests and, we've been manufacturing rat tests here in Australia, but they're sending them overseas. We need them here too, People are feeling, there was a report came out about some of the in-hospital care, about a lot of people are getting neglected and all that. And I do feel that we might be hearing some more of that, about patients being left alone for hours and hours, about waste and other things not being cleared, about some people just being left on the floor if they fall and things like that, because there's just not enough people. Hi, Patricia Francino. I do feel that might be coming up. Tuesday, the result of a union with the Three of Wands. It could be consequences. It could be things finally stepping up. I'm going to see the results of effort or consequences. Wednesday, it's going to feel like the whole country's in a bit of limbo, a bit of a freeze. Now, we've had that before. There's lots of talk happening of interest rates going up and possible recession, deep recession coming and stuff. I do feel like maybe a bit of a pause with the economy, people not spending for a little bit. I'm not quite sure, but there's one thing you have to remember about the Hangman is that he's hanging from the tree of life in this, and he's put himself there. He's put himself there willingly. So we could be maybe that we're being asked to make some extra sacrifices or something. Just things in limbo. Thursday, change. So we've got a couple of high impact things here on Thursday. A bit of a change in attitude, bit of a change in policy. Friday, the Queen of Pentacles, resources. Okay, I do feel like, yeah, this whole week is going to be dominated by vaccines again, rat tests, questions being asked, why aren't things happening? It's got to be a bit of a change towards the end of the week, looking at improvement in resources. Maybe towards the end of the week, news about that. Saturday, some celebration. It could be while COVID cases are going down, our death rate is still rising, and it could hopefully be a bit of a turn in that. There's some cause for celebration by the next weekend in Australia, and I do feel it might be maybe that rate of losses of people starting to go down, hopefully. But there's definitely going to be some, it's going to be a very much, I do feel it's like the government, there's a lot of dissatisfaction over here with the way, firstly, the federal government has been handling things, and then some of the state governments. We're due to open our borders next Saturday here in WA. So I do feel like, as with a lot of weeks past COVID, and the resources or lack of, it's going to be a huge factor. Let's have a look at Canada for the next week, hey? And it's so lovely to see some new names. To all those people who are joining the chat for the first time or whatever, thank you. I really appreciate it. Trump's right eye looks really swollen. Perhaps Melania addictive. Hi, Rondell. Yeah, scary times, isn't it? It is. Hey, Bubba, you showing everyone your pretty face? Sweetheart, show everyone. Oh, look at her. I love watching her groom. It's one of my favourite things. Absolutely love watching her groom. Isn't she so pretty? Hey, Papa. How's my Papa? You're showing everyone your pretty face. Hey, you're showing everyone your pretty face. There's my cameo. Yeah, she's gorgeous. Everyone thinks you're so pretty, Bubba. Everyone thinks you're so pretty. Okay, Canada. Sunday. Some very quick momentum, with some things happening quite quickly over the course of Sunday. Yeah, so a feeling of almost so quickly that people think, oh my God, we're losing control of it again. So it could be a big peak in COVID. Monday, then almost to a complete stop. Almost to a complete stop with the Knight of Pentacles. Tuesday, King of Cups. I do feel like, okay, I think that this might be some talks between US and Canada speeding up and then almost coming to a complete stop. We've got Biden here. Your cat Calypso is watching Cameo. Wednesday, there seems to be a bit of confusion, trying to find their way through, work through a few things. So I do feel like this might be a lot of talk between the US and Canada this week. And there are a few things that have stalled, and there's been some confusing and cross-messaging that have caused a bit of not being able to see things quickly. So there's definitely going to be work happening on that. Thursday, I'm seeing a little bit of a return with the Six of Cups. So Wednesday's the Seven of Cups, confusion, trying to find a way, cut through some of the clouds of confusion. And then Six of Cups on Thursday, which sort of like a little bit of a return back to an old friendship. So I feel, I'm not quite sure, but has there been, I've been hearing mumbles about some frostiness between the US and Canada in recent times. That because of quite a few factors, and working through that, so there'd be a little bit of a return to a better relationship. Not all the way there, but definitely an improvement. So back to more of that old childhood friends, looking back and talking about things that have happened since and stuff. So that dialogue, reunion. I feel like this could be a reunion as well. I do see them winning some seats, Rondell, but certainly not enough to cause a major upset. The preferences will probably go to the Liberals, but yeah. Friday, some minor celebration. So yeah, I do feel like this week there's a lot of talk between the US and Canada, and a few things getting sorted out, leading to, some agreement and all that. And the Hierophant on Saturday, Hierophant can be about indoctrination. It can be about being stuck inside a square. It can be about thinking outside of the square, looking at new ideas, not afraid to try new approaches. So there might be, is this about looking at new approaches that they didn't look at before? No, it's okay. A feeling that maybe it's like just the same old thing. That while something has been averted, Canada's falling back into the same old pattern. So it's like it's a bit of a mix of good and bad. But there's definitely some celebration and support with the Three of Cups there. We've got the Devil here, which is why I'm saying there might be a bit of a feeling Trump's really pissed Canada off with his thing about I'm going to invade Canada if I get back in. It's like way to piss off a neighbouring country. This, yeah, and it has caused dissension but I do feel like there's a bit of a step back, but it's also Canada will be showing its teeth a little bit. Yeah, there's definitely some things to work through with the US and Canada. I think generally it will be, overall it will be good, but there's still a couple of things that have yet to be worked through. And you know, if the US invaded Canada, then the UK would have to get involved. We would have to get involved. You know, she is such a pretty baby, isn't she? Come here, Baba. Hello, my Baba. You're so pretty. Aren't you the prettiest girl? Yes, you are. Honey, loves you. So I feel like there's a little bit of frostiness, and it's, well, they'll clear some of it away. There's still some stuff to work through. So that's Hierophant with the devil there on top of it. It's like it's not all being cleared away, but they're able to it's an acknowledgement that there's still stuff that has to be done. So diplomacy with the Hierophant and stuff. So she is a pretty baby. Okay, so we're going to go to the UK. Boris has hinted that he will send military support to the European Union if they ask for it, if Putin does not back down. You don't want to go back into Facebook jail again. Definitely some disturbance in the force, we'll say, with Sunday, with the UK. It's like we've seen this crap before and now it's coming up again and we're getting sick of it. It's got to be sorted. There's a real feeling of dissatisfaction. Hey, sweetie, could you do fresh coffee for me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good, thank you, darling. Monday, the Empress. Possibilities. Inspiration. I feel like the reason Boris is saying we'll support the EU and, you know, with military, and I'm going to talk to Putin, is he's trying to win back some support because his party is not happy with him. He's trying to do something because this unhappiness is definitely linked to the government and the continuous, what they feel, what people feel, and what some of the members feel is dissatisfaction with repeated pattern of mistakes, whether it's to do with Brexit or COVID or other things. He keeps stuffing up and they're getting sick of it. But the Empress, this is definitely Boris saying, I'm going to be there for my buddies in Europe, except for France. Except for France. But the thing is that, and he's talking it up big, but the Knight of Cups here, and there he is, he's there with his offer, and he says he's going to talk to Putin, and I'll have a look at that. And he's there with his offer in the middle of the week, and it's like, yeah, so what, you know? Germany's like, we're not going to do anything with our arms for, it's like, well, a real dissatisfaction in yeah. And the thing is too, that this dissatisfaction isn't, it's with the people of Britain too. We're going to send troops into Europe. They haven't asked us, you know, what, you're going to send our boys, you know, to die in another useless conflict. So dissatisfaction, and I think that's going to definitely come out during the week from the people of England. Six of Pentacles on Thursday. A bit of an evening up of the scales, things coming a bit more into balance. And people demanding to be treated as they should be, standing up. No, one of the meanings with this card with the Six of Pentacles is know your own value. They're demanding that the government do something to. We are worth so much more than this, than how you're treating us. And I'm feeling that dissatisfaction from Wednesday on. So, you know, this all flows through Knight of Wands. Bit of a charge, my way or the highway type thing. Someone trying to charm, but not quite working with the Knight of Wands. Wanting to unleash things, but being held back. So I think Boris thinks if he sends troops to Europe to protect against Putin, it'll supercharge his chances of getting back in favour, but it's not going to. It's, you know, I'm a true leader, follow me, and people are like, nah. Hi, Sheila Angel Feather, how are you, my dear? Thank you, Flowing. She is gorgeous, isn't she?
Another couple of 11.
Oh, thank you. I'd appreciate that.
I said super hot, just like your hubby, and totally.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Totally ignored.
I didn't hear, sweetheart. Sorry.
That's okay. How's it going?
It's going fine. Hubby says hello to everyone. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady Farley. I'll fix that for you. I'll fix that for you. Hang on a minute. Remember, Geek, you sent me an email with a picture of you and Teeny, if you want. Oh, here. It's already up there. Let's see. Okay. So let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Right, so you get that. With your permission, Geek, I will put your picky in a slide here, and everyone can see what a gorgeous, generous soul looks like with his lovely little mate. So everyone, with Geek permission, here is what our lovely, wonderful, generous, kindest soul of Geek. There he is, and that is Geek and Teeny. Love you. You are such a wonderful person. You give so much to the community around you. And there he is. There's our lovely Geek and Teeny. And yeah, you are a beautiful soul, and it shines through so much. So there's Geek. Yeah. So that is our lovely, gorgeous, generous Geek who does so much for the community around him. Oh, UK. We've got judgment. People waking up on Saturday. So people are starting to they're starting to blow the trumpet. They're starting to herald the need for change and all that. So there's going to be more and more of that feedback from the community towards him. So that's the UK. she's gorgeous. True love. True love. So there is our gorgeous geek and his lovely little friend. Hi, Linda B. I'm just going to stand up and stretch my legs for a couple of minutes. It is getting very hot in here, even though I've got a fan directly on me. I'm going to go turn on the aircon. And she is such a beautiful little soul. Oh, I'm so in love with her. That teeny. You know, whoever the person was who dumped Kenny in your yard, they didn't know it, but they were giving you an angel key, geek. And yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I know, sweetie. Okay, let's have a look at we'll have a quick look at Europe, the European Union. They are talking about coming together to strengthen their defences. Are they going to be doing that? They feel that there's a real threat there. Why won't Germany the European Union come together to strengthen their defences? Yeah, they are feeling they do feel like we've got the Three of Swords. Like it's time for them to move forward because there is betrayal on the horizon. Ace of Cups. In this one, it's the all-seeing eye. It's like what they're seeing is leading to, yeah, they are absolutely feeling a growing sense of urgency and a growing sense that conflict is on its way. Why? Germany have said that they're not going to spend military resources in fighting Putin. Why not? It's their leader. I'd like to say the new leader is going to lead Germany into a better place, but I don't think he is. I think he's going to be a bit of he's a bit of a fascist in hiding. Ace of Wands, new energy. So there is definitely a build-up. Yeah, there's going to be quite a few European countries who are going to be reviewing their defences, who are going to be reviewing what they think should be done. And they're going to turn out to be justified, because if they don't bare their teeth and say to Putin, we will come after you as a unified force. Yeah. They need to put out words of what their actions will be if Putin doesn't pull his head in. So there's definitely going to be a military review of the EU and combined strengths. And they're going to be validated in doing that. Somebody asked the question last week, will there be a war in Europe? I do think there's definitely going to be some conflict in different parts. Now, single digits outside. Okay. Boris has said he's going to call Putin. He's going to talk to Putin. What will be the outcome of this? The US is gearing up. There's no doubt about it. Boris Johnson, what is that talk going to achieve? Is he talking to Putin going to achieve anything? Okay. He's going to make it clear that Britain is prepared to put sanctions. Thing is, Russia has that pipeline, and that's why Germany doesn't want to get involved, because they need the pipeline. But other countries don't. And Boris is like, sanctions, blah, 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 blah. Energy, blunt truth. A lot of people think Boris is in Putin's pocket, but Boris is very shrewd. He's in the pocket of whoever he feels can keep him in power. And he knows that backing Putin is not going or ignoring what Putin's doing. It's not. He needs to gain favour back with his party. So he's going to be very much blunt object to Putin's metaphorical head. This is what is going to happen. We are not going to put up, you know, what's Putin going to think? We have this, we are willing to support others against you, you know. And what is Putin going to think of all this? Putin's having a hard time of it. He's having a much harder time of it than he thought he would. He's not getting the response he thought he would get. He's not getting people backing off and saying it. He does have an ultimate goal, and he is still working towards it. And with him, nothing's going to stop him getting to that goal. That's his opinion. He is talking with some other countries, Hungary and Turkey, maybe. So, will you join me? This person needs to be stamped out. He is too, you know, I want someone put in there. So he is looking for support from some other countries. Someone was saying the other day that Putin is not a fascist. He's not. He rules like one. But he's the ultimate capitalist in that he wants it all for himself. Doesn't care about the people. But he doesn't mind calling on help for others too. So he's going to go, well, I have people backing me. Is this going to be productive? He's got so many ideas and so many possibilities of which way he might turn. We only know a fraction of some of the things that he's thought about, some of the things he's speculated, and some of the things he's put in place. So, of course, he's going to try and gaslight Boris and confuse the situation. Boris is going to make it clear that he will be out in the cold if he does lots of economic sanctions and stuff. And we will reply with strength. But Boris is largely doing this because he's feeling very insecure. So he knows he can't play a double game there. He knows that if he doesn't go in and, what do they say, play with a straight bat, Now, he's not going to be allowed to not have interpreters in there or anything else. Okay, let's have a look. Will there be more bridge collapses? The Pittsburgh Bridge Club. You know what? There's a possibility of some more happening around the place because they're just so old and worn out. And yeah. How does Marjorie Taylor Greene feel about the bollocking she got from her own constituents on that call-in show? If you didn't see it, please go. It's on CNN, and please watch it. It is so cool, so funny. Hi, Marie Sutton. What is she feeling after that? She's angry. She really thinks that she thinks these people are plants, that they're not her constituents, and that they are plants. Manipulation. She feels like it's manipulation. And these people are plants, that they're not really her constituents. She refuses to believe that her constituents are pissed with her. She is a narcissist as well. Whereas facing her in the next election, well, loss. What she should be doing is approaching with caution. She's not that sort of person. She's full steam ahead on everything. Is she going to be voted out? She's going to be primaried. Resources. She's going to find it hard to get donated. Resources are going to go to it. She's going to be primaried. Someone's going to put their hand up. As a primary challenger, and that person's going to get the support she doesn't have. There's a lot of dissatisfaction with her. And it's like they're standing up and saying, this can't go on anymore. Hi, Dan Orshaw. Ooh, she might even be getting an offer soon. I think she's losing support with the party in Georgia. Somebody asked a question on television, will Georgia go purple? And I think it could. Ooh, definitely the end of one journey and the start of another for her. And this is not feeling confident in her place in the world. She's never had a problem. She's actually going to start feeling a bit vulnerable on some fronts. But what front would that be? I feel like it's legal. Oh, anxiety. It's just legal. The legal front that she's going to be feeling anxious in. Yes, definitely. There's going to be momentum speeding towards her. Something's coming towards her at a great rate, and I don't think she's really prepared for it. I think she's going to get knocked off her perch very soon. Hi, Carnamancy. We're going to have a look at the affirmative action. It's coming up to the Supreme Court again. Will they knock it down? Hi, Mary Finu. And again, there's been a couple of new people in the chat today. Welcome. Lovely to see new names. And hello to everybody who watches later. Thank you for clicking on my videos. You can share them if you think you know someone who might be, who hasn't seen me and they might like what I do. Okay, it's affirmative action. Is it going to get knocked on the head by the Supreme Court? Caution. This is something they're doing very caution, and it's yeah. Biden. Don't worry about that, Renee. Restriction. 8 of Swords on top of the caution and restrictions. They don't really feel like they have a lot of wiggle room here. We've got the Knight of Cups coming to the table with something. The Knight of Wands saying, no, this is the way it must be. Four of Swords, a step back. Now, they've accepted to hear it. They could have said, no, we won't, but they didn't do that. I don't know that they can backpedal on that. But I do feel like there's a bit of buyer's remorse there. So, with them saying, yes, we'll hear it. Page of Pentacles. It's gonna, I think they might start trying to slowly gut it the way that they slowly gutted the voting rights, and they're slowly gutting Roe versus Wade and all that. They might try and do getting rid of it by attrition. Will it work? Renewal. No, I don't think it will. And I think it might squeeze through on them saying no affirmative action scams, but they're gonna, some of these justices are gonna look at every way possible in which they can gut it. But I think they might just not be able to do enough to get rid of it completely. Of course, they want to put him in jail. He led a sedition and an insurrection. Hi, Greta. How are you, my dear? Guys who join later, if you go back and watch the start of the video, I had a chat because I got a lovely email thanking me for providing a safe place for people, which is lovely, a lovely compliment. And I also spoke about a little bit about my own battle with anxiety, with panic, and with some depression and all that. And yeah, so just to let people know and encourage people to, if you're on my Facebook page, or you can email me if you've got some group or something you feel can help out. Not everyone is lucky to have the access to counselling that I have. And so you can either put on the email or email it to me, and I'll put it on Facebook and things like that. So, yeah. So, yeah, I just thought it was, because I had a bit of a brain fart last Sunday, went off track entirely, and I just thought, well, it's a good opportunity to let people know that it's okay to not be okay. And, yeah. So that's, and to say if you have some information about a place that you can do, that can give you some help or some resources. You can fly. You think you've gotten rid of them, and more of them come. is, yeah. But I thought it was a good opportunity to just, you know, say it's okay. Put myself out there a little bit and say, you know, it's okay to stumble. Okay, nobody thinks less of you, or they shouldn't think less of you if you have a stumble. So, yeah. Well, super tentorial shutdown. Hang on, I've got to get some fly spray, guys. Gotcha, you little bastard. Right in the kisser. Okay, hang on a minute. Some spray on the screen. The DOJ confirms they're investigating the fake election certificates, and the National Archives, apparently they have their own investigative unit, and they're investigating as well. So, and they're federal agents. Madison Cawthorn. What happened with that suit that some of his constituents have brought against him, saying because he was at the Trump rally, he should be made ineligible to be a representative. Will they win? It is definitely going to get a hearing in the court. It is just the start. I think there's other cases that are going to be cool. Not the only representative who's going to be facing this. Balancing the scales. This is going to be a start of getting rid of some of the extreme, bringing things back into balance. Hi, Fern Robin Blank. Yeah, it wasn't the internet. It was just a blackout. So power went out all over the northern suburbs. Yeah, so hi, Kenya Jones. And, you know, it was back up in a couple of hours, but I thought I'd take a little bit of extra time. And, yeah. So, yeah, there's going to be energy building. I think this is not the first of this type. case. I think I asked myself, is Mo Brooks going to have one? They're definitely going to. It's definitely going to scare donors away from these people. And it's not going to be the first. I think possibly even Mo Brooks might be popping one of these suits. It is. It's going to scare donors away. I do feel like this is like a split. It's going to start splitting. Oh, and he was caught on video. He was caught one cleaning his gun while in Congress, listening to a hearing. And he was caught on video talking up civil war. Yes, the Georgia Town Hall. Yes, I saw that. It's on CNN. I saw it. I watched it. Oh my God, it is so cool. Hang on a minute. History.
This is the world's first reusable cotton swab. It removes up to 5 times more excess earwax. Recent studies show that standard cotton swabs are harmful to.
Okay, there you go. That is the YouTube. Or you can just go to CNN and it's one of the first dozen or something. So yeah, it is. Oh, Ron's on. Oh, I love Ron. If he's still going when I finish, I'll pop on and say hello. Yeah. It's so cool. And they also mentioned Madison Hawthorne in that, about his constituents turning against him. And also they said that they come across a thing that says 71% of Americans do not want Trump to run in 2024. He won't be running. Yeah, you lost. Biden won. You should be working with him, not against him, because you're not doing anything for us. Just spread that everywhere you can. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's horrible. what you got to do is, I'd love to see some few of the crowd, not the people behind him who are true believers at Trump's rallies, but the people in the crowd. What are they? Look at the looks on their faces and see how many are like rolling their eyes because it's the same old, same old. Rebalancing things, bringing things back into balance. I think that these extremists, they want to cause chaos, but they're not doing their job that the people elect them to do. And people are suffering. They need to build back better. But yeah. And I think, yeah, they're starting to feel that these guys put themselves up for office because they want an easy run. It's got nothing to do with serving them, their communities. And I think there might be a couple of senatorial backlashes along that line too. Hi, Joji. Haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. Lovely to see you. Your wife wanted to stomp on her. I should think so, yeah. Couldn't she have asked for a vaccinated person? Or I hope your wife is okay. I've been cutting my own hair, but last time I went into the hairdresser and got it trimmed up, neat and tidy. But it's getting a bit longer now, and I don't know. They don't tell you. Oh my goodness me. Sorry about the yawn, guys. It's quite hot here, and that can make it a little bit tight. A little bit of humidity in the air as well. Yeah. And a big sending out, big thanks to from Geek to all those people who, if you weren't there earlier and you helped Geek with his problem with his insulin, thank you. He sent me an email asking me to thank everyone for him. And yep. So thank you on behalf of Geek for helping him at such a critical time. So we're getting our boosters tomorrow. So Hubby's insisting we get covered up from head to toe, put on a mask, put on a face shield and some gloves. Just wear normal clothes, but long sleeves and long hair. I'll do that if it'll, if he, if it eases his concerns and all that, I'm happy to do that. Rump can't pardon anyone ever again. Well, he can't, no. Oh, now a question I wanted to ask. there's been some instances of bipartisanship after years and years and years of nothing. Is this going to continue? Is there going to be a growth in bipartisanship? No, we're getting Pfizer. The booster is Pfizer. We both had bad reactions to the AstraZeneca. So our second shot was Pfizer, and we're getting the Pfizer tomorrow. Who does Trump want to pardon? Oh, Newt Gingrich. Newt Gingrich said the January 6th committee should all be thrown in jail. Yeah. Night, Christine Thomas. Mm-hmm. Are we going to see more instances of bipartisanship? I'm getting a yes. And that just means people are going, oh, there's no bipartisanship. If members of two parties come together, and it doesn't matter if it's only a few members of the opposition party, it is classed as bipartisanship. Are there going to be some more instances of that? Three of Wands, that's a yes card, and that is, yes, it is instances of unity, people coming together to work and the consequences of that. So that is a yes. Will it travel to the Senate? So there's going to be more of it in the House. There's a hope that there'll be a couple of senators who are willing to put their hands up and do bipartisan votes. Nine of Pentacles. I'm feeling that it's going to take work. Newt Gingrich's got trouble coming his way. That just went through sort of like my eye clouded over, and the words Newt Gingrich has got trouble coming his way. So that's interesting. Hi, Angela Hone. It's still going to take a while. Temperance. More harmony. Now, we're talking about not the Democrats winning the Senate back and all that, and I think they will. I think they will even get more Senate seats, but about a return to some level of bipartisanship. Yes, it's gonna continue to happen in the House, and I do think with the Senate, it's Ten of Swords, the top of the Hope card. So there's where they need bipartisanship is on things like the Voting Rights Act and stuff, and they're not going to get it from that. 8 of Pentacles. It's walking away, abandoning. I think that there's going to be some attempts. It's going to take a while before they are successful, and a few false starts. 10 of Wands, yeah, here is a struggle, a real struggle. But the 10 of Wands is ultimate success after a struggle there. The 10 of Swords, people wanting to shoot it down. Now the Emperor, about stability and balance being brought back in. And I think over the next couple of years after this election, 5 of Swords, defeat. Eventually it will come back in, but it's got quite a long ways to go yet. There's some defeat happening along the way, and it's going to have to take a few people being defeated and being primaried and basically defeated. A few people who have a better understanding. I really think that Mitt Romney should show some spine and some leadership. Hey, sweetie. Babe. I'll just be back in a minute. Hi, Jean Nizolowski. How are you? I do think that there will be a return to bipartisanship, more bipartisanship, but it's going to be very slow going, and there's several obstructions and potholes along the way, but it will happen. Back in the tick, guy. No,
How's the broadcast going?
it's going well.
How many watches do you got?
I don't know. I don't look.
That's the way.
Keep going. How many watches you guys? And I don't know. I don't look. He's in the front room looking at his Facebook, and I'm saying, grab my phone, come out, sit in the pool.
Yeah, it's nice out
Yeah. So here's my phone. So no, it's too warm. Please get some cool air in there. He had the door mostly closed. And you can put a movie on, just have it down low. It won't disturb us. Gave him a hug and he was really hot.
You know it. Yes.
Hi, Melinda. So what else have I got on my list? Oh, what else is going to come out of the National Archives? Anything else going to come out? We've had that draft executive order. Hi, J Cat Lady. What else will come out of the National Archives documents? Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's do some Lenormand cards for that. I haven't done Lenormand in ages. Okay, so let's have a look at that. We'll do the Bluebird one because they have the little poems. What else will come out of the National Archives? So I'm using the Bluebell Lenormand. I haven't done Lenormand in ages, so just if I need to refer to my notes, just understand that, okay? Yeah. It's cold. Yeah. Yeah, clay pots, terracotta is the best one to do that with. Clay, yeah, terracotta is the best one to do that with. And glass jars, yes, that's a good one too. Okay, let's have a look. What else can come out of those documents? Let's see. Okay. What else would come out of those documents? From the National Archives. A crossroad. A road in the open reveals the best way. Choose wisely your path to avoid any dismay. Follow your dreams and precision. All will be clear once you've made your decision. So I do think that there might be some I feel like that they are going to see those videos too. Oh, or Trump made several videos before the one that was released, and I do think they're going to get to see them as well. Okay, the ring. Ring to the right. Your love is a light. It will never be bright. It will ever be bright and continue to thrive. Ring to the left, your troubles begin. Your heart will be cleft and filled with chagrin. Okay. Flowers. Happiness from the flowers scent. The outlook for you means encouragement. Days filled with pleasures come true. Fate has so willed the best unto you. Commitment. This is also, the ring is also about commitment. So, the moon, the slumbering moon, when it rises near, means that the great honours are bound to appear. Intuition and perception soar in the night, emotions wax and wane in the moon's light. I feel that's like things are going to come to light. The anchor. Hope will fade and lead life askew. Heart. The ship. Fish. Money. Where did money come? Oh, they're going to have some stuff on the money. It's all about people's commitment, what they've committed to these and what they gave. Like the bouquet is a gift. The ring is commitment. Crossroads, making that decision to go on a certain, this path or that path. There's going to be stuff in there about a lot of stuff. Money, I do feel like Ginny Thomas is going to be in a lot of trouble. Ship lined with gold and fish for money. Prospects are clear for a fortune amassed. Lilies are white, green leaves surround. The outlook is bright and passion will abound. When this card rests higher, it means good disposition. When the card resting lower, in a dubious position. And this is on the bottom row, last position. So, this is, the anchor is in the middle, and I feel like the stuff that's going to come out are really going to provide even more of a stable base, an anchor for the commission. The heart. Gifts. Definitely the heart here is like, the heart is a symbol of fulfillment and joy. Romance is in full bloom for you to enjoy. Serenity rests deep in thy heart. Loving yourself is where it should start. There's going to be more examples of Trump's narcissism in office and what he did for himself. And honestly, some of the stuff that's going to come out of the National Archives is going to lead to other investigations, not necessarily by Congress, but possibly by the DOJ and stuff. A site, more stuff on how they sought to bring Joe Biden's presidency to an end before it started. A letter, documents to that end. And the mountain, confront the mountain that would be a fierce foe. To avoid your defeat, strike the hard blow, first blow. This clear obstacle is a chance to succeed. Courage and persistence are all you need. So there's going to be stuff in there that is going to bring that first blow to Trump, I think. They've got teams going through this stuff. Which is what I'm getting of this is it's just all going to, it's like the ship has come in to the committee and it's like they're at that, so it's which way do we go, which way do we go? And they're just, following a line, the right line, the sun. Lady. Yeah, I think Ginny Thomas is going to be dragged in and another lady. And clouds. Yeah, it's gonna lift the clouds, the darkness, the secrecy. It's gonna bring out a lot of things to the light with the sun, and there's a lot more to come out. And that was about what will come out of the National Archives documents. I thought I'd do the Lenormand. I haven't done them in ages, so I used the little poem to have a chat there. Thought it was really, really fascinating. Yeah, so much is going to come out that'll shore up the committee's position, that will lead them to, I think, Ginny Thomas. I think there's stuff in there about Ginny Thomas. She's in a lot of trouble. Can the Supreme Court bench, can they sanction one of their own? So I just got Clarence Thomas being sanctioned. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know what all that's about. But by the other justices, or does it have to go through the House? It's going to be quite a bit of a bun fight happening on the Supreme Court in the next few months, I think. Oh, will Biden's picks get through without any trouble? without any obstruction. Four of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Seven of Cups. I think there's going to be some people who are going to try and block them because they're dicks. Knight of Cups, King of Wands, but they will end up getting through. Need to go to sleep, Joji. Oh, that's okay. Thank you for joining us. Will he be able to seat three SCOTUS justices? I think definitely after the election. But what about, will there be one seated before the election? Six of Cups, that's good. King of Swords, yeah, justice. And justice, yes. In fact, he's going to be able to even things up more. So it's 6-3, isn't it, at the moment? 6 Conservative, 3 Liberal. I heard that Breyer was a moderate. Will there be more? The Sun, yes. 2 of Cups, yes. I think he might even get one more seated this year. Knight of Swords, chaos. I do think he's got a man in mind for another position. Someone who's from a minority. Are there any Asian federal judges? Is he going to appoint a minority male? 9 of Cups, that's a yeah. Or nominate. Yeah, out in the cold. Yeah, a new law. Yeah, someone who feel like has been underrepresented as well. I think that maybe he has in mind to go on the list after this appointment, an Asian male. Or American, American, you know. Could be Southeast Asian, it could be Asia Minor, which is India, Pakistan, you know. Amerasians, yeah. That'll be interesting to see if, and his next list of nominees, there's still going to be a couple of the names that are on the current shortlist on the next list, but maybe not all of them. He's going to bring in a couple of others as well. Is Judge Thomas going to have to leave? Ace of Wands, yeah, it's energy building, pressure build, like pressure, like, you know, energy. The wands are energy, and I'm feeling pressure building on him from within the ranks for him to retire. Yeah, even the proponents of, McCarthy won't kick Gates off the Judicial Committee because he's a coward. Emperor, yeah, but yeah, I think there's definitely pressure building from within for Thomas to retire. Because he hasn't recused himself on a couple of things that he should have recused himself on. The Emperor. Is there an ethics review process for SCOTUS, or are they not subject to any of that? Because I feel that there might be an introduction of an ethics review at some stage. The Emperor. Yeah, there's definitely pressure building on Justice Thomas to retire. Like pressure. His time is near. Very pregnant woman. His time is near. Hi, Sandra Henderson. How are you, my dear? Yeah. Oh, there's apparently a document that outlines hundreds of talking points to be used with the media as well in that paperwork from the National Archives. Yeah, time is near. I was wondering what the hell is that Empress doing there? Because time is near. It's like, yeah, I do think that. Getting Amy Coney Barrett might have to leave, but if she does, it's due to health. So, of course, we don't want to wish bad things on anyone. So, you know, she has surprised us a couple of times, a couple of her decisions and all that. But if it comes out that her health is bad and she has to retire for her health, yes, it will be a bonus for the left that they can replace her with someone. But we hope that if she does have to, if she is that she does have to battle health, that she has as much care as she needs. And it's, yeah, you've just got her health flashing through again. That might be what she goes. I'm not the only one who said that. I just feel like it would be rejoice that her leaving has opened up. If she has to leave, it will open up another spot. But don't rejoice in somebody being sick and ill, especially if they're so ill that they have to retire and stuff. Speaking of sick and ill, Mitch McConnell, what's going on with him? Opportunity, a gateway. His pot of gold is there. He's sitting pretty, at least personally. He feels like this is an opportunity for him coming up. Temperance, but what his challenge is going to be is finding a balance. I think this can also be a new start with his health. So there's definitely, yeah, but his challenge is he wants to be replaced with a Republican, and he has been in talks with the governor of Kentucky about that. So getting that, keeping that balance where he can, the GOP can influence the very small minority of the Democrat Party, because the governor of Kentucky will not guarantee that. Glimpsing into his future and what he's going to need to be dealing with his anxiety, a nightmarish scenario. I do think his health is going down. Whatever you think of him, he's been there for a long time. And, you know, any battles with health, yeah, you hope that they get everything they need. At the base of this is he does not want the boundaries changed, because he's struggling to maintain his boundaries and maintain his place. It's getting harder for him. What's the outcome for Mitch McConnell looking at his near future? Some very emotional news. Retirement, he has to rest. I think he's going to have to retire. But he really has been trying to get that firm commitment from the Kentucky governor, who will not give it. It is his right to say who replaces it. Page of Swords. Yeah, the emotional news is also going to be disappointing. I think he was hoping for something different. Definitely at the centre of this is Crossroad going through a gateway with his health. Yeah. Conflict, battle, yeah, his health is breaking down. We're going to see the results of that soon. So we've got 5 of Wands battling with his health, with his energy, losing energy. We're going to see the result of that soon. Hi, Michelle Peterson. Haven't seen you for a while. Welcome back. 8 of Wands. This could happen a bit quicker. So the result is he has to, yeah, there are consequences with his health and he has to face up to them. And this could happen quite quickly. So be on the lookout for news of Mitch McConnell. He's been hanging in for a long time. I think he's determined to hang until the election, but I don't know that he's going to. I think he was determined to hang on till November and hope that the Republicans win the Senate back, and then I think he would be happy to retire. But I don't think he's going to be able to. Look for some changes with Mitch McConnell. Again, if it's illness and stuff, well, you know, you just wish, don't put any bad energy on that for him. Okay. I'm not about rejoicing in people getting sick. So remember when I was doing Sydney Powell and I said she has a lot of problems. So and they haven't gone away, and she's in, and she did need some help. Hopefully she got it, but she's still got a lot of trouble coming to her because of her actions. And, you know, that's as it is. So Matt Gaetz, there's more and more calls for him to be taken off the judicial committee that he's on, because he is on that committee, he is overseeing the Department of Justice, who is investigating him for federal crimes. In an appearance of conflict, will he get taken off? Yeah. Exposure. That's also a yes. More is going to come out. More of the story is going to come out. And I think it's going to end up at a choice, but there's going to be no choice but to take him off that committee. Ace of Swords, yes, truth coming out. He has to, yeah, there's not going to be any choice. Page of Cups, emotional news. Ooh, 8 of Swords, restriction. Is he going to, are we going to see him do the perp walk? 2 of Wands, bigger picture is going to come out as more of the picture emerges. They're going to have no choice. The lovers talking. They've got another witness coming in to back up what Greenberg and apparently Max Gates' ex-girlfriend said. Secrets and lies coming to life, things that he wants kept hidden coming to life. Six of Wands. Yes. You're going to see him do the purple. Yes, people want it. This is a big yes card. We're going to see him do the purple. King of Cups. Now, this isn't Biden. This is who is that King of Cups? Is it Gates? Emotionally unstable. He looks closer. Every time I see him, he's getting a further and further away look in his eyes. So is he emotionally unstable? Two of Cups. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of twisting and turning going on in his mind. King of Wands. Nightmarish. He's starting to feel anxious. Ooh. He was hoping he's hoping to be on the ticket for 2024. I just got that big time. Was Gates hoping to be on the ticket for 2024? And Republicans back in power and him as vice president. Is that what he wanted? Oh, yeah. He was working towards that. Would it ever have happened? No. Oh, no. It would never have happened. It will never happen. Oh. Going to get to the point where they can't keep him on there. I think I read over 2 years ago on him that he was going to be chased out of Washington, and something to do with girls, young girls. So if you go through and look at some of my earliest videos, you just go into my channel and you sort by oldest to newest, and about 3 or 4 lines down you'll see something. Watch some of my older videos, and yeah, there's one there that I say he's going to get chased out of Washington. Ron DeSantis, let's have a look at him. Thank you for the bless you. And if anyone wants a reading, you can PM me on my Facebook, which is Chrissy@Footprint. Or you can send me an email at the email address there. So you can, if you're not a friend on Footprint, you can, on my Facebook, you can, hit the friend button, or you can just send me a message. Go to my page and just send me a message. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, Tucker's like, no, don't remember that. Tucker always looks weirded out. He looks like he's... Somebody said that he always looks like a confused dog, and he does. No, it's going to be this. Okay, Ron DeSantis, what's going on with him? He's struggling to maintain balance, temperance, get things back. I think his wife's very angry at him. His wife's been battling cancer. Yeah. What's his challenge? Oh, he's not going to be able to get away with something he did wrong. You know what? I think that Gates was actually telling the truth with Tucker. Tucker just doesn't want to know. Hi, Helen, sweet. What's the advice for him? Make sure you have everything settled. Nine of Pentacles. See how she's in control of the Falcon? Make sure that he has everything is in place for this person to, hi, spirit beyond the stars, to go forward. He's got the advice is to make sure you have everything in place, everything where it needs to be, because you're going to need it. You're going to need it all. At the base of this reading, the Magician. Now you see me, now you don't. Things disappearing. Illusion, delusion. Aren't they? Isn't there also rumours that they're going to get audited because of money that they were given by the federal government that was not used for the purpose it was given? Outcomes for DeSantis. He's not going to be very happy, and people are actually getting really tired on him. It started when he did not go to that building collapse. He's heard about it, but decided he was going to hang out with Trump for the next 3 days. And then, just a few days later, he sent 50 officers to Texas to help him. When those resources, those 50 officers could have been used to help with that building collapse. That was a turning point. There are a lot of people, there's more and more dissatisfaction in Florida with him, and he's got no idea because he thinks he's all that and a cup of tea. The Lovers. I feel like this is a split. I'll put that aside because I'm not sure whether that's within the party. I don't think it's within the party, but I do feel like there's definitely some relationship going down the tube, and it could be family relationship. So I'll do a quick reading on that, but if it does delve into the of his marriage and all that, I'll stop. Okay. 4 of Cups. He's hopeful. He's still going to. He's still holding out some hope, but 8 of Swords, restriction. Is he going to lose the election? to a Democrat. Yes. What's going on here with this? With this, I feel like that is in his personal life, like with his wife and possibly other family members. With this relationship breaking down. Remember I said that I got the temperance trying to maintain harmony and balance and his wife is angry with him? Suspension. Yeah. I do feel that there is possibly some trouble in his marriage and that there could even be like some temporary separation or suspension. Not going to go any further into that. His wife is battling cancer and, you know, so we'll leave that. But, yeah, there seems to be some problems in at-home relationships as well that could even lead to some separation or suspension of joint assets, something like that. So that's not going to express any opinions on that apart from saying, well, we'll leave that part of Ron DeSantis' life there. Okay? That's for him and his wife and family to sort out. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, professionally, he's got a lot of stuff coming on. Okay, got about 10 minutes left. So what I'm going to do is, remember how I opened up telling you a little bit about my my recent struggles with anxiety, with panic, with some slight depression, and you know, encouraging people if they want, they can either email me links to resources and all that, and I can put it on my Facebook and stuff. So I thought I might look at do an oracle card reading on what message does Spirit have, and thank you, Spirit, for all of your help this morning, and my guides, Universal Spirit and my guides. Thank you for all the help you've given us this morning. I'm thinking of maybe looking at what messages does Spirit have to help us with anxiety and advice that they might have. I have moved all of my cards. They're all here in the side here now. I bought this little folder. It folds up into a square, but it's 4 little shelves. And, yeah, it looks really great, and it provides a bit of a privacy screen but still having things open. So blessed be. I haven't used these very often. They're by Cindy Cavendish with the artwork by Jane Starr Wells. Mystic Celtic Blessing card to enrich and empower. So I'm going to use these. And I'm going to draw 3 cards and ask Spirit and my guide, what can we do? How can we enable ourselves to what can we do to help ourselves with anxiety, with feeling panic, with feelings of, and what we can do to help ourselves when we feel down or whatever. What message does Spirit have for that? Okay, so we're going to wrap up with that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. The lovely cards. They've got little birds on the back. So, what's the first card? Morrigan's blessing of peace after battle. Interesting. The second card is a blessing to heal a relationship. And the third card is a blessing for the right words. Peace after battle. So many people who have served in different functions, either in the military or as first responders. I saw it myself. I was a member of the State Emergency Service for many years over in Queensland and then for a couple of years here. And I saw some of the older members who had seen a lot, much more than I had. You can tell things weighed on them. I remember being caught out after the 1997 floods. We were sent to a house. It was 3 feet of mud in the house. And it's only the last couple of years that when I think about it, I don't still smell that mud. But we were in there and we were working and we were all called back because there had been some needles found. So we all had to be called back. We all had to be given shots, tetanus and hep C and things like that. And those were, of course, a shot. But, like I said, it's only about 2 years ago that I stopped smelling the mud from that house every time I thought about it. So these things can stay with you they stay with you for a long time. What, I got from that was very mild compared to what a lot of other people have had to deal with. And so a blessing of peace after battle. A lot of people are having memories being brought up, dragged up, and dealing with feelings they haven't had to deal with in a while. So a blessing of peace after battle is lovely. A blessing to heal a relationship. A lot of us, not me in particular, but a lot of people have had to COVID and then previously political idealism and all that has torn their families apart. So this is a blessing to help heal relationships. Then the third blessing, a blessing for the right words. It can be really hard to talk about some of the things that are troubling you at the moment or that have been troubling you. Sometimes it just takes that right few words to set you on that path. But for a lot of people, it can be really hard, just even if they're going to their minds, to even just vocalize that and make that start. So we've got a blessing for the right words. So I'm going to read each of these 3 blessings. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book. It's a beautiful set of cards with these blessings. And so we'll have a look. So the blessing, Morrigan's blessing of peace after battle. Now, these can be they're quite long, so they're going to take a while, okay? And this is for everyone who has had traumatic events, whether it's military, other traumatic events, in helping others or having things happen to them, who are having trouble finding peace with those events or after those events. So this is a traditional blessing for those who have suffered hard times to be returned to peace and prosperity. Peace as high as the sky, sky to the earth, earth beneath sky. Strengthen everyone. A cup very full, a fullness of honey. Honour enough, summer and winter. Spear supported by shield, shield supported by forts. Forts fierce, eager for battle. Fleece from sheep. Woods growing with antler tips. Forever destructions have departed. Nuts of trees. Forever destructions have departed, nuts of trees for taking the harvest. Forever destructions have departed, a branch dropping down from the growth. Wealth for a son very learned, neck of bull, a bull from a song. Knots in woods, wood for a fire. Fires wanted. Palisades new and bright. Salmon their victory, the boyne their shelter. Shelter with an excellence of length. New growth after spring. In autumn, horses increased over the land. Land told of with the excellence of word. Might be the eternal most excellent woods. Peace as high as the sky, 9 times eternal. Really interesting that she's gone and gotten these old blessings, and it took me a little while, but it's gone from the sky down to the ground, and the things that support us from just your lone defense, having more defense, from what distraction costs us, from just either just a loss of a heart of this or a loss of trees, or and it's in asking for this prosperity to be brought back. Okay, number 28. So that was Morrigan's blessings of peace after battle. Now, this one is a blessing to heal a relationship. A blessing to aid you when a relationship seems to struggle and you cannot find a way to mend your torn heart. Okay. Where there is unease, let the expression of what causes this to be found. And if it be found within each other, let a gentle disentanglement begin until the source is discovered and is cured, without strain and blame. Let your hands reach out, one to the other, and feel the warmth of your humanity pulsing through the blood beneath the skin, until the comfort of each other heals the coldness that has come between you. Let you begin to speak from the heart, flowing and strong, even if the voice that sends the words forth seems to choke within your throat at first. Let understanding begin to glimmer and grow, and the willingness to give and the openness to receive be explored. Until the hearts that lie within you both open up and bloom within the new care and tenderness with which you agree to hold each other's most cherished dreams and hopes. Let words, soft and true, fall between you until you begin to trust and arise from the bed of nail that you have each slept in since this disharmony came between you. Blessed be. So that was the second card. And the third one is a blessing for the right words. Okay. This one is quite long too. A blessing for apt speech to pour to your lips the right words that speak simply and clearly and find their mark. May the words that fall from your lips be blessed, friend. In times we must speak of difficult things. It can be a great challenge to conjure up the words that best express our feelings and intent without causing offence or harm to another. We struggle sometimes with this balance, and in doing so, our words may be watered down, lost in their desire to appease. In the wish to do no harm. But with this blessing, there will be words that come to find you without effort. The words are light by the fires of inspiration, and they will flow from your mind to your mouth and be heard fully and fairly. May you be blessed this day with the speech of good sense, the conversation that clears and clarifies, and most of all, the words that will be heard by those who need you to understand and listen. May you be blessed with words that stir hearts, that make friends of mine, that come once were firm against yours. To make friends of mine that once were firm against yours. May your words, like water, seep into the cracks and the stone and work into the cracks of the stone and work their magic of transformation within. Your words are spells, and the magic can take time. But with apt speech that you are blessed with this day, doors of understanding open up between you and others. And where you once fell silent, you will speak up. Where you once faltered and shied away from the difficult things that must be said, you will rise and flow through this challenge and embrace the opportunity to give voice to your darkness. Where you once let others speak and heard only your own words in your mind, you will now hear them out in the world and know that you have used words as others use weapons. But it is not for battle, rather for courage and understanding. May you find ways to cut through the falsehoods that others and their words can weave about you. Let your words be songs of praise as they flow from the gift of speech you have been blessed with. May you no longer stay quiet. Friend, for you have been blessed with the power of right speech, and it will serve you well until you sing out your truth. Blessed be. So there you go. A couple of blessings, 3 blessings from the card, and I hope that they help you move on and past if you are suffering from some of those things. But of course, as always, if things are too hard for you and you find yourself repeatedly doing things, repeatedly in a bad place, seek out and find professional help. Okay, there are ways and means in which you can get it if you can't afford it. And yeah, so I love you lots. Thank you. And stay straight, stay strong, stay healthy, stay loving, and stay happy and healthy. I love you all. I will see you again in a couple of days. Okay, bye-bye.